brilliant to be up here in the academy offices with under-18s head coach Simon Clark. Great start to the season, top of the table, unbeaten. I guess your job is to keep their feet on the ground though and keep the eyes on the bigger picture of earning a pro deal.
Absolutely, really important from Rob. We've started okay. It's not perfect. We lost the game in the cup where we was out battled and out physicaled, and our football didn't come through enough. But we've had a reasonable start in the league. We're scoring goals. We look reasonably tight. Individual errors have cost us a couple of goals, which we try and negate. But it's been a reasonable start by the lads.
But the makeup of the squad this season has been big changes. 7 new scholars. Picked up a couple of pieces of silver at the end of last season, but they look really good out there on the training ground this morning, Simon.
They work really hard. We run good numbers. We're looking for intensity and that continued progression from them. So yeah, they're a good bunch of lads, both technically and physically. You always want more pace, but we do a lot of forward running, a lot of recovery running. Which is important for their development.
It's a busy schedule we've got, not only the league, of course the Youth Alliance Cup, you're involved in the Professional Development League Cup again, FA Youth Cup always takes a lot of interest, and quite a few of the lads I guess could figure in that London Senior Cup tie at Tooting next month.
No, absolutely, we expect for it to be potentially a complete under-18 side against Tooting. Again, we played pre-season, we played 2 top 8 step 3 sides. So I think Tooting got relegated last year. So yeah, we fully expect to play that game. And the Premier League Cups are great. We've already played Coventry away, which gave us more problems than we're used to. We've got Watford in that. I think we played Brentford in that. So it gives us a different variety of opposition, and we tend to spend a little bit more time without the ball in those games, and that gets the pressing strategies going and gets the lads understanding those.
Your next game, of course, leading up to the weekend, very interesting one, of course, is the derby. Sutton United, we're welcoming a familiar face back in the opposing dugout, though, in terms of Rob Tuvey.
Absolutely. He's gone in at Sutton. I think they've won both their games. We've seen how they play. We understand that. We're doing some work towards it at the moment. And again, we know that some teams will be motivated. They want to come down here and beat us on our own patch. But we'll be ready and prepared for them.
Absolutely. And of course, since you've been here as well, how much have you noticed the academy, not just the 18s, the standards go up in the time that you've been here?
I think that's key, Rob. We must never stand still. We're always looking to drive things on the pitch, off the pitch, physically, technically, tactically. I continue to tell the lads there's no ceiling. We've got a few lads training with the pros at the moment, which is wonderful. We'd like to turn those training sessions into fixtures where they feature on a bench, maybe get minutes like we had last year, and that's important for us. But no, we continually raise the bar. It's something I think we're really proud of.
Yeah, that was good to see today as well. I think 4 of the lads, one of them, Harry Hedges, who got a hat-trick at the weekend against Oxford, all went over and trained with the first team. It's good to see.
Absolutely. I've spoke with the gaffer and Tell and Redo afterwards, and they've been very impressed by Harry's movement, by his finishing, by his cleverness. And I went through his goals at the weekend. Obviously, when we beat Oxford 5, he scored 3. Coming off the left, he scored a great dink, he scored a power shot, and then he won and converted a penalty. So all 3 right foot finishes, but very, very different goals. And the thing is with Harry, his movement and his timing and his cleverness of the press and where to run at what time, and then his technical ability is key for him to keep going forward.
That's good to hear. And of course, I spoke to Academy manager Michael Hamilton in pre-season, and I think we mentioned then that there's like, for the last couple of seasons, 3 lads have earned pro deals, but he did say to me that's not set in stone, so you want to keep pushing that, don't you, each season now?
No, absolutely. I think it's a case of if they're good enough, and again, we want to sign lads that it's hard for us to have, for lads as a 16, 17-year-old to have immediate effect, but they've got to have the right attitude, they've got to want to keep learning, keep driving, keep developing, but most of all they've got to be really creative footballers, whether that's in the defensive phases of the game or with the ball at feet. You know, we've taken a couple of defenders, their job is to negate, whereas Harry, you know, he's looking to create goals, score goals, assist goals, and that is the hardest part of the game, rather than the negating stuff.
Brilliant, Simon. Thanks very much indeed for your time.
Top man. Thank you, Rob. Thank you.